What is up, y'all? Welcome back to Lindsay's Life. Today we are back in the kitchen and we are baking bread. So the first thing we need to do is get in our apron. Well, I've already washed my hands and now we need to get in our apron. So let's go. So in this bowl, I have 3 cups of all-purpose flour and I am going to add in 3 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 of a cup of sugar, and whisk that all together. Now, most bread recipes call for yeast and it has to rise, and actually instead of all of those steps, we are making an adult beverage bread. So you need 12 ounces of your choice of light adult beverage. So now that all of that is mixed together, this is basically the bread. It's a very easy bread recipe, and what you could do and have really good bread, I've made this before. Right now you could go ahead, put this in your greased loaf pan and pour butter over the top of it and bake it for an hour at 375 degrees, and it will be delicious. But since I made this in the past, when we ate it the last time, we thought, oh, this would be really good if we added some extra stuff into it. So basically from here on out, this is no longer the recipe. I do not know what's gonna happen. We are trying some new things. So what I'm gonna add into this is jalapenos and cheddar to make a jalapeno and cheddar bread. And we're gonna see what happens. So basically I just chopped some jalapenos and shredded some cheddar, and I don't have a measurement for that. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but we're gonna try anyway. Now for this recipe, if you want it to be more like a sandwich bread, you should mix your melted butter in now. I'm gonna wait because I want it to be like a thick, crunchy outside on the bread, so I'm gonna do that instead. But next I'm gonna grease my pan and this will be ready to go in. So I just greased my pan with a little bit of vegetable oil. You can use like Crisco, any kind of like olive oil, whatever you wanna use, but that's what I used was vegetable oil. And I'm just gonna put this in the pan now. Now we're gonna pour over 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup of butter. The recipe calls for 1/2 cup. It says 1/4 cup is fine, so I guess just however much butter you want to put in there. That looks like a lot. So I'm gonna put that much butter. And this is going to go into the oven at 375 for 1 hour. So I stood here and contemplated for a minute and discussed with David if I should dump some of this butter off, but instead we decided we're just gonna go ahead and use this much too. So we used 1/2 cup of butter. Ta-da! It looks delicious. I am about to cut it open and try some, and I'll let you know what it's like. So we tried the bread. It is absolutely delicious. It's nice and crunchy on the outside. I use salted butter, by the way. I don't know if that would make a difference to you. If you need to cut back on salt, maybe use unsalted butter. Either way, it's nice and crunchy on the outside. There's some nice like cheese spread throughout it, jalapenos all throughout it, and it was absolutely delicious. So thanks for hanging out with me while I made jalapeno cheddar bread, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace out.